Hello everyone, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. And also, I would like you to look at the screen. There's a website address there that I would like you to visit and you'll be glad you did that. Thank you very much. The Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, hinted yesterday that war could break out in the country unless the worsening state of insecurity is curbed. The monarch gave the warning after he met with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja. He told reporters following the closed-door meeting that he was at the villa on behalf of the traditional rulers to speak to the president with a view of tackling the fragile security situation in the country. He said, "Everybody is beating the drums of war. We don't want war. Who can stand war? We want something better for our youth. We had better use them for something good rather than shouting war and anarchy. We don't want war." The issue of insecurity in the Southwest is real. In the remote and rural areas of the Southwest, most of the bushes are now occupied by strange people. We therefore decided to work with the government to fish them out. We told that to the president and he is on the same page with us. Politicians should be careful not to throw things out of proportion. We should make sure things are right. The president had given good directives to security chiefs, including the Inspector General of Police, to visit all traditional institutions in the Southwest. The Ooni said care must be taken so that exuberant youth do not take the laws into their hands and go into those places that and start killing and maiming. We don't want that. The drums of war are resonating too much and we are very worried. We need more federal apparatus to defend ourselves and reinforcement from the federal government. We understand more than anybody. We don't want war and we want to work with the government to bring peace. On the alleged stigmatization of the Fulani, he noted, "We are not saying all Fulani are bad. It's about bad guys working under the name of Fulani. It is not about stigmatization. It is about separating the corn from the chaff. A lot of them are mixed up with the good ones. We are not saying all Fulani are bad. It's about the miscreants hiding under the name of Fulani." This came as Buhari blamed rising security challenges in Africa on illegal financial activities, even as he charged intelligence and security agencies to tighten the noose on illicit flows. He stated this in a keynote address at the opening session of the 16th Conference of the Committee of Intelligence and Security Service of Africa. Frankly, we may never know the true extent of the damage. Estimates, however, suggest that Africa countries lose over $60 billion annually due to illicit financial flows, a staggering amount for a continent in dire need of development finance. The president also challenged the conference to put measures in place that would ensure terrorists and criminals are denied access to financial system. According to him, criminals and their collaborators cheat the system through various practices, including trade mispricing, trade misinvoicing, tax abuse, and evasion, as well as money laundering. Several unfair commercial agreements and illegal resource extractions by multinational companies in cahoots with their local collaborators also create routes for illicit financial outflows. In his remark, the chairman of the African Union Commission, Musa Faki Mahamat, said terrorism and radicalization sponsored by illicit flows continuously affect growth on the continent, while ethnicity and religious diversities have been exploited for political gains. Represented by the African Union Commissioner for Peace and Security, Sme Joy, he said the internet has been used as a valid platform for recruitment of people into criminal activities, even as terrorists now use sophisticated technology like drones. But former President Goodluck Jonathan was optimistic that insecurity, especially in Nigeria, would be contained. At a book presentation and launch of the Nicholas Oko Foundation in Abuja yesterday, Jonathan said he believed that the challenges we are having now will be subdued. Political and traditional leaders are talking, and I believe that The security will be out of this level of insecurity, and it will get out. On the same issue, the primaries of the Anglican Communion, Nicholas Oko, appealed to the government to act expeditiously. He also urged individuals not to take security initiatives, because if we take our own security initiatives, the country will be destroyed. The people that have the constitutional responsibility to maintain security should do so, and quickly do so before things get out of hand. While preferring solutions, ex-military intelligence officer and presidential candidate of Grassroots Development Party of Nigeria (GDPN) in the 2019 general election, Dr. Davidson Isibo, stressed the need for government to undertake a comprehensive analysis of the conflicts in the country and situate them appropriately before taking any step to address them. We are not likely going to win the war if we continue to politicize it, ascribe ethnic sentiment and trade accusations and counter-accusations. Rather, we should characterize the conflict and give it a name. We must know those behind it and how they do their activities are affecting our nation. If they are foreigners and illegal immigrants, then let's understand the fact that Nigeria is being invaded and we are under war, and it must be treated and handled as such and not politicized. In this wise, we must all rise up as a nation and in a unity to defend our fatherland and from foreign invasion. Another retired military officer, Colonel Tony Iyam, urged Buhari to change the heads of the armed forces and addressed the frustration of other senior military officers over stalled promotion. He said, the staying put on the service chiefs is a breach of the armed forces of related military acts and a breach of the 1999 Constitution. The instance of repeatedly not abiding by the law, which the president is inclined to, undermines the rule of law. This is a major cause of tension and in turn poses challenges to national security. Meanwhile, the president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Samson Ayokunle, has challenged the members of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association to call the violence ones among them to order, saying this is the only way people could trust them again. The association also urged Buhari to treat the letter by former President Olusegun Obasanjo with all sense of responsibility, considering the issues raised in it. Obasanjo, that earlier in the week warned that the nation could collapse unless insecurity is checkmated. Speaking to journalists yesterday in Abuja, Ayokunle said nobody hated Fulani herdsmen until they began to kill everybody. If there is an enemy of any Fulani man, the Fulani man created the enemy for himself. They have been living with us for many years in our communities. Our children married them. They married our children, but they became too violent and started carrying AK-47s, killing people. Let them call their people to order and ensure that they remove the enmity they have created around the average Fulani person. Wow, this is really a good one. The last speaker that spoke, the Ayokunle, I really love the way he spoke, and that is just the truth. Among all the people that spoke, they spoke very well, but this last man, Ayokunle, the Khan president, or the Khan president, Samson Ayokunle, he hit the nail on the head. He really nailed it. You can't say because you guys were, you were nice before, all of a sudden you changed and you expect people to just take you for that. It doesn't work that way. That Miyetti Allah, if they want people to trust them, they have to call their people to order. They need to call their people to order and fish out the bad elements amongst them. Just like he said, we've been doing things together. All of a sudden, they started carrying weapons, AK-47s, and they became so violent. And you don't expect people to start laughing with you. If I've been your friend, and all of a sudden you change, and you don't expect me to just say, okay, because you've been good to me before now, then I have to be looking at you. And when you have changed strategy, and they are always saying they are not tagging people. People should not be tagged, or Fulanis should not be tagged as criminals, or giving them bad names. Of course, that is the right thing, but the issue is that let the government itself, if the government is sincere, let the government do its work and fish out those behind these people. If they have been mixed together, let us know. And now the government, or the Buhari administration now is blaming I know everything he's talking about is just talking about corruption. That is just the only thing. Even the corruption he's talking about, he has not even been able to bring a lasting solution. There is no blueprints on ground. There's nothing that is followed, no policy, that is even following. He's just doing it anywhere, whatever he feels. It doesn't work that way. Before he said it was the politicians that were causing this whole thing. Later he said it is people coming from other countries, coming into the country, foreigners. When foreigners are coming into the country, what have you been doing? When we have illegal borders all over the place, nobody's checkmating all of those things. And now he's talking about an illicit fund that is causing this whole problem, insecurity. And that was why some opinions said they don't even think that this man knows what he's doing. He doesn't even know. It's just whatever he sees, he says. So it's not really coordinated. It's not really flowing with the flow of what even he started from the beginning. And talking about the Oba of Ooni of Ife, some people are like, the man has changed. He has made a U-turn and making other politicians feel as if they are just politicizing the whole thing, or they are just not saying the right thing, or they are just over bloating the situation out of proportion. And thank God he acknowledged that this insecurity, these challenges are real, because in the bushes of all the southwest, you see that a lot of people are afraid and these bad people are there. What is the government doing about it? Why can't they fish them out? So guys, that's just where I'm going to stop. I would like you guys to put down your comments in the comment section. Let's hear from you. Thank you very much. Bye.